What's going on, IG peeps? Hopefully you're having an amazing Friday night. I want to drop this video super quick, and it's off of what old podcast we did titled Less is More. So if you want to go deep down the rabbit hole into this, you can go to the Jeremy Scott Fitness Podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and listen to it there. But this is a problem that I see almost daily here, whether it be in person, online, the messages you guys send me on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere in between. And the title of it is, less is more. And, sometimes less is more. And I know that probably sounds confusing to a lot of you in terms of how you're living your life, because one of the biggest struggles I see people is they're stressed and they're unhappy, but it's from a prison that they created in their own life that they're living in. They can't seem to find a way out of it because they're striving for success through just achievements and through material stuff. And I think that's where the conversation has to start for a lot of people. Is achievement is when you reach a goal. You became a millionaire, you paid off your house, you got a degree. Those are achievements. Success is a feeling, more or less, in my opinion. Success is a way that you feel, and oftentimes it doesn't come from just achievements. Now take a ride with me for a second when I say less is more. And I'm gonna read through my show notes, so don't get lost here. But think about it. What if you had a life with less stress? And for most of you, that probably means less debt. It probably means less drama. It probably means less problems, less material stuff for sure, less obligations, less distractions, just less of the pain that you're going through every single day created by things that don't really need to be there. So you get the idea. Now think of a life with more. And when I say more, I'm not talking about the traditional sense of what people think: more square footage, more cars, more toys, more stuff. That's not what I'm saying here. Think of a life with more free time, more adventure, more fun, more personal growth, more relationships that truly matter, more inspiration, more motivation, more passion, more social capital. I'm talking the real internal wealth, the things that light you up inside, not just money and stuff. Now, if that's something you guys want to be part of, you have the power to make that life happen. It doesn't take, a bunch of talent. It doesn't take a bunch of skills. It just takes you being really mindful about your life that you're currently living and what you want your life to look like. So think about it for a second. Are you chasing your dreams? Only you can answer that. Are you living your dreams every single day? Or are you in the pursuit of them, and are you enjoying the journey along the way? Or are you just caught up in a rat race trying to gather stuff and knock off achievements along the way? Are you one of the people who is just kind of going through the motions, taking life as it's presented to you, following the masses, being a sheep rather, trying to keep up with the Joneses and comparing yourself to, well, my friends have a $3 million house, so they must be successful. Or my friends have that car, so they must be successful. Or they seem so happy on Instagram, they must be successful. Again, achievements and success are two different things. And again, I don't want to go down on the rabbit hole of this, but a lot of times when you see your friends, flossing and fronting and doing different things, a lot of times those things they're fleeced and leased, and they're financed, and they're not real, and they're causing those people a lot more pain than they're letting out. But that's a whole different, podcast altogether. My point is, oftentimes in life we get lost. We forget about what truly matters. We get off track. We become confused. We use our time to chase things that really don't matter or mean anything to us, just to sometimes impress other people, whether it be friends, family members, or people we don't even fucking know, which is insane to me. Like, if you feel like any of the above stuff I just mentioned describes you in your life, just know that there's so many people living happy, less stressed lives with less material stuff than you have. Sometimes less truly is more. And you have to think about that. If you aren't happy in your life with what you're currently doing most days, what is the point of this shit anyway? It's just food for thought, you guys. Right now, if you're in the middle of something and you're struggling with the comparison stuff because it's the circle you're associated with, because it's friends and family, or it's because the internet, just know the easiest way to get out of that is just to let go of the invisible prison that you're currently living in. You can let go of the shit and the stuff. And that's why I say to people all the time, I wish you could get, from dead broke to be financially successful. I wish you could go from, not being where you want to be to get where you want to be, and see, like, it's not about the stuff, it's not about the status, it's not about the achievements, it's the little things in your life that bring you the most joy and value. If you just reverse engineer, and again, I'm a simple person, so maybe that's just me speaking freely here, but it's spending time with friends and family, working with the people here that I like and enjoy, that I consider my friends and my family at this point, you know, being able to exercise, to run, to jump, to move, to take trips, to do the smallest things and not get caught up in a rat race and caught up with comparison and competing. Because the crazy thing is when you start just competing with yourself, and that's really all we can do at the end of the day anyway, and just doing what makes you happy and what makes you fulfilled, you start to win on a level much deeper than anybody else who lives in a 10,000 square foot house or who has, you know, 6 different Bentleys. That's not what this is about anyway. That's not what you're remembered for. That's not your legacy, and that's not the shit that really matters at the end of the day. Are you happy with the life you're living? And if you're not, just know you have the power to change it. And at the end of the day, sometimes less truly is more. Again, just my quick rant on this Friday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Take it for what it's worth. If you want to go deeper down that rabbit hole, the podcast is there and it's living for you. But again, I don't want you guys to be living a life feeling like you don't have time to exercise, you know, and have sex and travel and be fun and do all this shit that really, you know, just lights you up at your core, because you're bogged down chasing a bunch of arbitrary shit that really doesn't mean anything to you. Don't get so busy working in your life, you don't stop for a second, step back to work on your life and pursue the things that bring you the most happiness, not the most achievements, status, stuff, and comments and likes from other people. Have an amazing Friday night, you guys. If you like this video, comment below, share it, save it, tag a homie in it. I appreciate it. And until next time, eat well, train hard, be nice to people, and please, just keep doing shit you love with people you enjoy, because your life is too short not to. Oh, and before I forget, if you guys do not subscribe to the Jeremy Scott Fitness Podcast, head over to iTunes and Spotify and do that. I think you guys will dig it. And if there's anything else you want to hear or see from me specifically, tag it below, and I'm happy to record it if I can speak on it. Have a great night. Peace.